Hello, this is Simply Exploring and Adventuring with Lewis, and today I'm coming to you from Nay Aug Park here in Scranton, Pennsylvania. And there's a beautiful feature here. There's a gorge here, the Nay Aug Gorge, that I want to check out. And I think there's like a tree house or something like that. So if you don't have nothing better to do, follow me to check out this beautiful park. So I just left the parking area here, and there's right next door, located here at Nay Aug Park, is the Everhart Museum. I'm not sure what type of museum it is, but we are gonna check it out. I should have parked over here or over there. Brooks Model Coal Mine over there. Let's over there get a picture of the map here of Nay Aug Park. See where we're actually at here at the park. And it's a beautiful afternoon now. We just got done with wow. So we're over here by the Everhart Museum here and the Brooks Mines. So we're in this parking area right there. You are here. I am right there. And there's nice whole bunch of trails here going to the there's the Paul Kanjorski Bridge, and there's Nay Aug Gorge. We got to get to 7, and the David Wenzel Tree House is over there, 11. That's what I want to come and check out, so I got to figure out how to get from here to there. Okay, go over there, the main line loop. I've never been here. I've seen it in videos from other YouTubers that have come here, including the Wandering Woodsman was here a few years ago as well with JP Videos. I think was the one that hosted it, or it was either JP Videos or Revenge of the Apocalypse. One of them two hosted the event. So, and I didn't have any extra money to come up here for, and gas was a lot cheaper than it is now. And right here, they have this thing that says Brooks Mine, Model Coal Mine, coming soon. Reopening of Brooks Mine. Oh wow! So there's an actual mine in here in Nay Aug Park, and they're going to open it soon. But there's the and they got the coal carts right here. Oh, so the mine is actually right. Oh, there it is. Actually, I didn't know that. The actual mine is right here, right beside it's part of the park. That's awesome. And they'll be opening it up soon, again, for tours. So this is the Brooks Mine. Mm-hmm. Cool. Neat. Oh wow. What are the ancient Hibernians? This is, I guess they don't want it to get damaged, so they put it in a cage. Interesting. So there's the Pioneer. This is the Gravity Railroad car used on the Pennsylvania Coal Company Railroad and was presented by the company to the city of Scranton on September 9th, 1909. The car was used on the line from Hawley to Pittston from 1850 to 1884. That is neat. There's the pool and all that. There's the back of the, it's a natural history museum. So, waiting till these folks get out of there so I can get a picture of it.
I'm sorry.
Over there are the two coal cars that brought out the coal from that mine. That's neat to know that there's a mine in a park, a little park right here. This is the Brooks mine. Look at the old rail. So this might have been, well, yeah, it's a mining operation, so these are mine rails. Probably small gauge or whatever. Or like the coal carts. So right here. Oh, cool, underground miners. Yes, this is the one they were doing. Yes, I heard they're coming. Yes. Oh, I forgot about this. They had an event about this. So now I know where it's at. Cool. Yeah, I heard the guys were working on this. So the same guys I took the tour at the number 9 in Lansford, they're the ones that are here again working on this. I was wondering what the Brooks Mines was, but now I know. I know I saw people walking over this way. Okay. Let me keep my mouth quiet. Oh, there's a road. Oh, there's the trail right here. So the bridge and the playground and the Wenzel Tree House are up this way. I didn't know I could actually drive here. Could have drove to it. But it's nice to take a nice little walk. There's a trail up there. Looks like there are people coming down that one. But I'm going up this one. I guess I'm supposed to... Oh, wow. Yeah, but 3-hour parking limit, strictly enforced. How do they know if you've been here for 3 hours or not? Then what you do, move to another parking lot? Or total, 3 hours in total that you have to spend here. Oh, okay. I just could have came up that trail. Another trail that's over there. Oh, there's the playground over there. Oh, we are heading toward the pool. Said the bridge is over this way somewhere. As I specified, haven't been here ever to Scranton, PA. So I'm trying to take advantage of the 2 days that I'm here. I arrived here last night, but I also stopped at Copley. There was one more place I stopped at, but now I got to remember off the top of my head where it was. Besides Copley. But anyway, be on the lookout for those videos coming in the near future. Oh, yeah, I could have actually drove all the way over here to where the treehouse is supposed to be at, instead of having to walk all this thing, but I don't mind walking, I love walking. Sounds like I'm complaining, but I'm not. Okay, so it's that way to the bridge and playground. There's a trail going that way, and a trail, Wenzel Tree House, bridge playground. Well, there's a map again, showing where you're at. I could have actually driven down closer, but like I said, you wouldn't get the experience here that you look, of actually walking around the whole park. It has a nice, decent, long trail. Not sure how long it is. And they have somewhat marked pedestrian lanes as well as the regular road here. Oh, wow. Cool. Oh, yes. They leave that up for Christmas. But it's the Scranton Electric City sign. It's the one for Christmas time that they have downtown area. They have the actual town. Okay, there's the tree house right here. Okay. David Wenzel Tree House. Wow. And then it's bringing us down to the gorge. Nay Aug Gorge. I think it's Nay Aug Gorge. It's down that way. Or nearby. Wow, this is neat. Someone passed away down there. There's another couple of people here. There's a trail down there somewhere. How you doing? Oh wow. This is just gorgeous. Oh wow. There's the gorge. Now, I want to get to down there to where that overlook is at. That's the actual Nay Aug Gorge down there. So I might have to find this trail here. This trail right below us here and get to it. But this is awesome. Look at this thing. Look at the view here. Yeah, there's the trail right there. But I guess we have to go around and come back down on it. But beautiful. Look at that view, guys. Look at that view. I heard the gorge is beautiful itself. And they have cameras here, so if you try to do something stupid, you're caught on camera. Just look at the view. Oh, yep, there's the trail. I have to walk all the way down that way, like I was saying, and then come down. But I wanted to come to the tree house first. Because everybody likes coming to the tree house. I know there's a place on the other side that you can go to. I'm not sure if there's a crossing of a bridge or anything down there that's required. I've never been here myself. I've seen everybody else come in. I know there's also a train tunnel near here that everybody goes to. You can. Yeah. Mainline loop trail. Okay, that's what we're on. We're doing the mainline loop trail here. Save a cat's life. Rescue, adopt, love. So had I known you can, I know most parks like this have a driveway of some sort. I would have came and parked at each location, but like I said, when you do that, it loses. Oh wow, they have a zoo here too. There's the Nay Aug Park Zoo. That's why they say adopt. Neat. But right now there's nothing here saying cats and dogs. Cool. So they have an actual zoo. But there's no animals in them right now. So either they were displaced or something. It says the bridge. So there's a bridge here. The trail must be even further up this way. Everybody's going down to the bridge. Okay, see there's another sign from Christmas. The American flag. It's an amazing little park. The Davis Trail, that's what we're taking. Oh wow. John and Gertrude Galdieri Memorial Fountain. Beautiful park. Man, they don't know what they have. They have a treasure here. Hanolin Grove Restoration. And unfortunately I didn't bring my actual trail hiking shoes, so I have to go with my sneakers today. Which everybody is, pretty much. Oh wow, is that a viewpoint of some sort? Oh, there's another park over there. So now I am here. That is beautiful over there. So we started out in Lot B here. We started out in Lot B and then we went up and came down along the main trail here. We went by the Wenzel house. There's the zoo, and we are now here. Look, Mufasa has his trail. Mufasa. Oh, there's the bridge. Oh, there's several bridges. Okay, there's that bridge. And then there's this bridge. Nay Aug Gorge. Okay, that takes us to the gorge. from, where were we? We were over here at the tree house, but I could see that it goes here, so we're gonna have to take this trail right now, or wherever we're at here. We're in Hanolin's Grove, so we gotta take this black trail to get to it, which is that one over there, I believe. And again, we're going to on the Davis Trail to the Kanjorski Bridge. But I gotta figure out where this goes first. And it looks like it goes straight ahead. That just opens up to another little field there. And there was another shortcut here. Somebody took a shortcut here over time. My, do I have to download close to 5 hours. 5 hours of footage from Steamtown. Oh my gosh, my favorite smell, honeysuckle. Honeysuckle is strong here. Still got my band from, yep, this is the Davis Trail, actual Davis Trail. Okay, this is the one I was looking for. And there's the view of the tree house, as they call it. And its bridge. Beautiful. Awesome. Got a picture of it from up down here. Now that's the one advantage that I like about filming with my camera over filming with my Akazo action cam, that I don't have to worry about switching back and forth. I can just take pictures and film at the same time with this phone. Have the Motorola not the G, the Moto G stylus, actually 5G. And down there's the gorge. You can hear the roaring rapids. A lot of people come here and jump from certain distances, which can be dangerous, and I think you can get a fine if you're caught doing it, because they don't want you doing that kind of stuff. They have railings and stuff like that around that for that. Oh, there's already, oh, this is restricted access. So why is it there for? If it's restricted access. It's a $300 fine for what? For going down here? It's kind of dumb. Why have stairways here? If you, yeah, about to say. Wow. Well, so there's the actual gorge. There's Nay Aug Gorge. There's folks down there. How you doing? I guess they meant certain other areas, but not this. Why build stairways if you're not gonna want people to come here? So it's a little bit mucky here because sometimes these streams, and when it rains, it just this becomes a river itself. Oh, this is just amazing. I wish my daughter would have came with me. Hannah, a younger one. Well, both of them, but oh, there's the tunnels. Okay. There's the okay, there's the train tunnels over there. I know there's one you can actually go over into, and the other one is an active one. Wow. Now we got to be careful down here. There's a lot of steps down. And I'm in just regular sneakers, no hiking shoes or nothing. I didn't bring them along thinking I would need anything, because I wasn't planning to do any major hiking out here so far. Oh wow. And then there's a view of the gorge. We're in the gorge now. Oh wow. Wow. Oh. This is an amazing place. Folks coming up now. Excuse me. Really overlook. Oh, I'm slipping. Bust my butt. Hey, how you doing? Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, cool. I saw this. That's why it looks familiar. I was just on the trolley train. Just went right over there earlier when we were at the Electric City trolley train, and this is what we saw from over there earlier. Now we're actually close up and personal with it. But this is the actual Nay Aug Gorge right here. Oh my goodness. Look at this. And this is Roaring Overlook over there. They call this the three-step falls right here. And this is an up close and personal, as you will see it in the other video of the Scranton Electric City, was it Electric City train station, trolley station and museum. Wow, this is gorgeous. And I'm gonna go around. See, that's what I'm saying, why they put those signs, no admittance beyond this point, if they don't want you to come over here. Why build this access way? Oh my goodness. Oh, that's what they mean. On the video monitoring, where these young girls went. Oh my gosh, look at that. But I could see why they did it. Look at this. These outcroppings. Oh, we're already standing in the gorge. And I could see that thing up there, that viewing area from over there from the tree house. The tree house is up right up that way. Look at that, folks. Wow. I think this is the spot somewhere around here where the kids would jump from from there into the side to the pool, not directly in the pool, but off to the side, and then climb up along the edge here. Not sure if this is the place, but I think it is. Well, welcome to Nay Aug Gorge itself and the Mina Overlook. Wow, that is incredible. That is totally incredible. I want to see if I can get up to that side somehow. I wonder if we have to go over that bridge to finally get there. Oh my goodness. It's mucky and stuff in here. Mostly because of rain, I'm sure. I'm gonna go up this way now. And maybe capturing the video. Nothing. Unfortunately, what must go down must go up too, eventually. Oh my goodness, this is an incredible place. And it's right here located in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Right in the city. This is right in the middle of the city here. Scranton, Pennsylvania. Somewhere. Almost the middle of the city, okay. Oh, my goodness. I didn't think my legs would hurt at all from this, but it's awesome. And came from over there. I'm going to continue on. The outcroppings over here. Hoping to go down there to the train tunnel. Whew. That little hike took a little bit out of me. Coming up that little hill on the side of the gorge here. I know there's a way you can get down to that tunnel. There's an actual path that goes down that way, but I'm not sure where it's at. So, I mean, I looked for it. Not sure. This is still the Davis Trail, I believe, that brings you down here. I was hoping to make it a short video, but I don't know what's gonna happen yet. Oh, oh, there's the Doe Overlook. Cool. There's another overlook here. Oh, okay. There's the Doe Overlook. Gotta figure out how you get over there. I know they say you can go to the one on the right. You can walk in the one on the right because that one's the original tunnel. This is the secondary tunnel they built. Then they closed the original one. But I hear that's a live, active tunnel. So. But if I can't find any kind of way to get down there, wow. We have to go down the main tracks here and go down that way then. But if not, I'm fine with this view as well. Continuing on this trail, see where it goes. It looks like it's going back to the car that I was at. Well, maybe not. I don't think it does. That's interesting. There's a retaining wall there of some sort. There's for something here. Well, maybe they built it for the railroad. Or maybe they just built it for as a retaining wall. Yes, who knows? After this, I'm going to get something to eat and bed down for the night. Because tomorrow we have kind of part 2 of the Steam Town. That's just as bad as throwing it to the side of the trail, leaving the bottle there almost empty. You should have just, could have been just forgotten though. Who knows? I wanted to go to that one bridge, but I can't see where the bridge, I didn't quite see where the bridge was at. But that Nay Aug Gorge was amazing. Yeah, I didn't know we saw it from the bridge over here. Well, we saw it from the bridge over there. As we were passing by, heading toward the baseball stadium, the PNC Bank Stadium, where Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders play. That's the AAA farm team for the New York Yankees. How you doing? That's called chivalry there. Because back in the medieval days, actually, when the people of those times were walking on the road, the guy always walked closest to the road, and the woman would go right next to him, away from the road, closer to the edge of the road. Reason being, it was if for some reason carriage or whatever was coming through and the horse decides to rear or buck or whatever, he could shield her from that, as well as mud. Okay, I'm not sure what that is, but it looks like a big giant pavilion. To me, I think I'm headed back to where I started. Hopefully I did, which is awesome. Then I did this part of this trail too. Yep, that's some pavilion over there. Nice, beautiful. And somebody made a shortcut to it. Right through the woods there. But we're going to continue. So I didn't get to the other bridge. I'm okay with that one too. If I find it on the map in my car. Oh, cool. There's the railroad right below us. Trying not to film a lot of people on the trail right now, but I know some people get a little skittish about being filmed. Oh wow, what is this? Probably a new area of the park that I wasn't figuring to come to. It looks like some type of memorial. They have the, yep. Exactly what it is. It's like a veterans memorial. 'Cause I see the silhouette of the soldiers up there. That looks cool. Some of the locals. Wow, that is neat. That's exactly what it is. They're honoring some of their warriors. Johnson, Puglisi, Slobodnik, Lance Corporal, Vader, U.S. Army Sergeant Stephen Tudor, Master Sergeant Ball, PA National Guard in Afghanistan, and Sergeant Agonish in Afghanistan as well. So these men gave their lives. KIA, wow, he was killed 6 days before my birthday that year. Marine Corps Reserve, PA National Guard, Marine Corporal. I'm not sure what this is over here, but we'll come and look. It may or may not be open. Oh, they have the greenhouse. May plant sale. Thursday to Saturday, 10 a.m. So they all have their own greenhouse as well here. And I'm not sure what part of the park I'm at now. And then another soldier, got the Purple Heart, U.S. Marine Corps. Let's see if I can find out where I'm at now. Well, the hospital is right there, but I don't remember what side. Oh wow, that is neat. I gotta take a picture of that. Yep. This is the greenhouse project at Nay Aug Park. And that has me intrigued. What is that thing? It's called the Black Watch Cafe. Oh, cool, perfect. For the Black Watch Cafe, you only have an hour where you can park here. So it'll tell me exactly where I'm at. Oh, never mind. I see where I'm at now. Shoot. I forgot I stood on the Davis Trail. So why did I miss the Kanjorski Bridge? I missed it somehow, somewhere. A bridge that goes over the to the other side. No, I was already here. I was already here and I went this way to Nay Aug. And there's the Overlook trail here. I must have somehow went here instead of here. So we are all the way over there now at McNulty Greenhouse. Up that way now. We're right over that yellow spot. So now I'm going to have to take this trail, I'm sure, right beside me, the branch line loop, back to the loop. Now this is Nay Aug Road right here, I believe. Right here beside me. We'll check out this building here really quick. This thing is cool looking for a cafe. I love the building. Has almost like a medieval look at the end here. Wow. That is neat. Yep, it indeed is the Davis Trail we were on. That is cool. The Black Watch Cafe. So I'm going to take this other trail back to the... But there is the Davis Trail right there, which I'm going to get a picture of the beginning here of the trail. Or I can always walk back on it, find that bridge somewhere. Nope, I think I'm just gonna, but I can imagine the view of Nay Aug Gorge from that bridge. Okay, there's the, that's what it was. So I was right, it is a retaining wall for the road here that you can see from the other side of the Davis Trail here. There's the pavilion, and I could walk across and do it that way too, up those grand staircase right there. So apparently there is another, the bridge is up back that way. Beautiful. It's a beautiful big pavilion there. Now I may take my vehicle and walk, and drive to, okay, now I know where I'm at. Okay, we're not that far. There's the museum over there. So I hope you're enjoying this little tour of Nay Aug Park. There's still more to see around here and explore, but what do you call it? Okay, I'm right back to where I came from. That's awesome. So the trail goes down that way, all the way up around to the one area over there, but the gorge is up that way. Probably right behind where that house is at is where the gorge is at. I didn't know it was that close. You could probably go down that way. Yep, we're on the branch line loop. So this does a full loop around over to the Davis. So you can go from loop to loop. There's the band shell over there. So apparently, Kanjorski Bridge is up that way, somewhere. So this is the beginning of the Davis Trail. It's over here by the park, by the oh, there it is. It's right that way. So I was right. If I would have stood and came down to the little trail that came up this way, it brings you to the Kanjorski Bridge and Nay Aug Gorge, the other side of Nay Aug Gorge. So there's the castle-like. Alrighty. Well, this is a moderate trail, and I don't get it why they put the restricted access. Stay on the trail. Oh, kind of see why now. That's another trail. Ah, there's the Mufasa. So the Mufasa Trail goes up that way. That's Mufasa. That's the other shortcut down to this one. Sorry for the footage, shaky footage now, because I'm trying to... Ah, there it is. So I was right close to it the whole time. Had I backtracked on the Davis Trail, probably would have brought me right over here to the Kanjorski Bridge. Yes, yes, yes. This is the Kanjorski Pedestrian Bridge that I've been looking for. Paul Kanjorski Pedestrian Bridge. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is gorgeous. Still part of the Nay Aug. Whoa! Look at those rapids right behind us. Wow! This is amazing. Amazingly beautiful. Look at this. This is also part of Nay Aug Gorge here. Oh wow. Now we're on the other side where I was looking for originally. There's a trail that goes over here and a badly graffitied sign that says Nay Aug Gorge, but where? That way, I'm assuming. The trail is here. Whoa. Now, this one is rated difficult. I'm trying to get close down here to the bottom of the gorge here. Get some good video here. Oh wow. Whoa. Oh, folks. Wow. Look at that. I would step down a little bit more, but I'm okay here. Not that I'm afraid to go down or even to those rocks. But still, that was cool. Now, this part of the trail that we're going to go back up on is rated difficult. Oh, this is the Davis Trail still. So, this is still part of the Davis Trail. But I want to see this side. There is another overlook over here I wanted to check out as well. So So this is still considered Davis Trail, but on this side of the gorge. We were on that side of the gorge. A lot of roots, as you can see. Fallen tree. Guess the city got to come and do some maintenance soon, or the parks department, whatever it is that handles that. They really don't want you over there. And I'm gonna go around this little trail here. Hopefully that's a trail. Nope, it's not a trail. I'm gonna have to go around the edge here of the muck. Well, it looks like I could have. So there's another smaller trail coming by. I think it's more rated because of the rockiness and all that. There it is. It's called the Mina Overlook. Yeah, I came across those two earlier. I'm not sure you can continue on from here, but I think this is, oh no, you can. There's a partial overlook down that way too, but let me give you, whoa, an amazing view. I know where I'm at now. I was just right over there earlier of the girls. I was over there on that side of the, on that edge right there earlier, because I saw this one where I'm at right now. And if you continue on the Davis Trail, it'll bring you down over to it. Okay, so this is what they call the three steps fall here. A Nay Aug Falls, some people call it the Nay Aug Falls as well. Whoa. And right up there is the tree house from here. That's what I was looking at earlier. Oops, sorry. Amazing shot. Thank goodness for zoom lens. No one up there right now. Awesome. But I was looking for the Kanjorski Bridge more than anything. And let me see what this other view down here looks like. Careful. There's another lookout, and it looks like the trail does continue up that way, but I'm not going any further after I get to this little view here. Oh. So we're gonna go get something to eat, and then, oh wow. Really impressive view. Wow. I'm leaning on this tree and look how far it is down there. I believe this is the spot where the kids jump from the ledge there and then just climb up the side. But I saw in one particular video, I don't remember who it was that filmed it, one of the guys, I don't know if it was Revenge of the Apocalypse or JP Videos, filmed it. But it's a $300 fine if you get caught in there. And I know this is just so gorgeous to leave. The site is so amazing. This is an amazing park. So Nay Aug Gorge is listed on the National Historic Landmarks. Because of this gorge here. It's something like this up in Watkins Glen, New York, you know, where the raceway is at also, but the town of Watkins Glen has something similar to this, but it's a lot larger. But the best of all here, this is free. I mean, you might have to waste a little gas coming here, but if you live here in Scranton, this is available to you, folks. Enjoy this. Enjoy what you have right here. This beautiful, serene, but can be a little dangerous if you're not what you're doing down there. Try to do something dumb out there, but Lord, thank you for places like this. Granted, I had to drive 2.5 hours to come and see this, but still, it's worth every ounce of gas that I had to come and spend to go see this place. Thank you, Lord. So, I am now walking through the Kanjorski Bridge here at Nay Aug Park. But I have to stop right here, guys. And you can see this. I know it's late in the afternoon, early evening right here. But look at this door. Look at this right below me. This is the kind of stuff you get to see when you come along with me here. And I decided to go up another trail now, so I'm going to flip this around so you can see. It's called the Mufasa Trail. It's considered difficult, but it leads up to the parking spot where I was looking for earlier. I was actually looking for this trail, but I couldn't find it immediately. Now, that right there is part of Davis also, the Davis Trail. Trying to figure out why they consider it. And there's a view of the bridge, sorry. See if I can get a decent shot from up here of the bridge. Oh, okay. I see. Comes out here now. Wow, that was... I could have just came up through here. Oh my goodness. There's the bridge. The Kanjorski Bridge over here. And this is almost like a little connector trail here, which is rated difficult for the park here. But I'd be very careful with the tree roots here. And have you noticed I'm saying roots? Because I've become pretty Pennsylvanian now. Oh my gosh, something smells wonderful right here. Ah. Wait a moment. Where did this take me to? Looks like it's taking me over to somewhere else. What the heck is this? Well, I saw the park over there, so this might lead us really close. Ah, okay. That's why I didn't see it earlier. Because it's an offshoot of the Davis. And you have to know where it's at. I saw this sign earlier. Yes. So I didn't see this because you can't see any, there isn't any signage here saying that this is part of the Davis. I mean, that's not that's Mufasa. I saw that earlier and I wasn't sure. And actually, that over there is Davis. Well, no, we're on Davis. Yep, we're on Davis because there's the park. So we can go up that way on the Davis Trail to the beginning, or go right back up to the parking lot right here via this trail here as well. Yep. But the official start of Davis is right on the other side over there. Takes you down by the park. And we have made it back.